What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back again to my channel. I'm so grateful that you have been able to subscribe. You have liked my videos, and I'm so grateful for that. My first flight alone with nobody, like totally, completely alone. No family members, no one, but I'm so grateful I got that experience. So, um, it is just a funny one, but it's a good experience. First time traveling outside the country. It was back in 2019. Yes, in 2019. So, brother to my mom just organized all this stuff, and he was like, I need you to go and hustle. And for me, with the excitement, I was like, cool. I'm so he's not, he doesn't stay in Kenya, so I was like, I wish you were here. I would have given you a hug for this surprise that you've given me. Now it got to a point. Now it's time to go. Like, he bought the ticket, he paid the visa, and he gave me some cash so that at least cash ya mkono tu, at least ukienda mahali in a different country, so you have something with you in case you're stranded. And it was cool. It was cool. So it was in February 8th. I will never forget, February 8th, 2019. So by then I was working. I was still working. I was still teaching. And when that time came, I had, apologies, but I had to lie to my former boss that I'm traveling to the US for family stuff. And he was like, oh, fine. He didn't have any problem. He was cool, and he paid me. And I'm so grateful, because some of the employers, when you tell them about that you're leaving the job, they don't pay. So this employer of mine paid me, and I'm so grateful to him, because if it was some other people, ningenyang'anywa my money. So the day came, and my cousin escorted me to the airport, as in, it was cool, with a suitcase, as in, umehold passport na mkono, you have your ticket and everything. So mi nikafika, I checked in, and everything, I think where I was going, everything was organized by my uncle, and I was cool with it. And I'm still grateful, because he's the first person who has made me experience a flight for the first time. So when I got to the airport, I checked in. It was so easy, because in my mind I thought it's something difficult. Like, when you're going in, before you board the plane, I thought you go through a long process, but it was so easy, because they were just checking the bag, they like screening the bags, screening the whole body and all that stuff. And then you go there, like it's a waiting bay. You go and wait over there. When your time it's up, now you can board the plane. So that's how it went. And where I was traveling, it was in UAE, and from Kenya to UAE, it's like 4 to 5 hours. And me, after we boarded the plane, I wasn't scared, I wasn't nervous, but like, I had the anxiety of where I'm going, who I'm going to meet, because the person who were organizing this whole stuff with my uncle, I didn't know them. So I had that anxiety, but at the same time, God is faithful. I got to the UAE at the airport. So the person who was supposed to pick me, I called them, and I'm so grateful. Yeah, Safaricom line was working after I landed at the airport. I was so grateful, because if I could not be having that line. I don't know what I could have done, but at long last, as in it worked, and I called this person. They came and picked me, and to my surprise and the culture shock there, like you share a room with men, like they don't. Yeah, they had some rooms that were for ladies only, some others for gents only, and others mixed. And for me, I got a mixed space where there were different tribes, not different tribes, like different nationalities. And I thank God, most of the people that I met in that room were from not Nigeria, but from our neighboring country, Uganda. And at first, as in when we got there, Mimi, we just dropped the suitcase and we went to a nearby restaurant. Now, when we got there, we just took our dinner and blah blah blah. We had a little chat on how the place is for them, because they were not staying there. They had to leave. I was left there. Guys, let me tell you, I didn't sleep that night. I didn't sleep because I was like in a room with men, more than 10 people. No way, because it was like as I told you earlier, in that room it had 4 double deckers. Those 4 double deckers, down bed you can sleep 2 people, upper bed you can sleep 1, but because sometimes life it's a little bit hard, you can share the upper bed. And that upper bed, when you were paying, we were paying like 500 dirhams. That 500 dirhams is approximately like 15,000 Kenyan money. Down bed, almost 18,000 Kenyan money. And it wasn't easy. So the morning came. After a long night, the morning came, and I started wondering where and how I'm going to start tamarking and looking for a job. One thing, I didn't have a laptop. Second thing, I didn't have a smartphone. My phone had spoiled, and I thought when I was coming from Kenya to Dubai, I'll get a phone easily. Of which it wasn't that way, because it was so difficult to get, because the money that I had, it couldn't even buy that phone. It couldn't buy a good phone. Well, but I struggled all that, and later on I got a phone, which later on when I came back to Kenya it spoiled. But I survived with that phone. I bought it from someone. It was a Lenovo. I bought it from someone, and later on when it came to Kenya, it spoiled. But I still have it, but right now I can't know where it is. And let me tell you guys, I tarmacked and also met new friends from Kenya, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Uganda, from Tanzania. And guys, tarmacking, it wasn't easy there. And I thank God I met some few Kenyan friends who helped me with their laptop. I could just use their laptop, especially at night, to apply for jobs. Me, I thought that I just go drop CVs and I receive a call, come and I do this and that. Well, we applied, faking CVs. Like, I've done, I'm in the Department of Education, but I faked even the housekeeping CVs. There, when you go there, I just fake everything. Just fake, like, even the waitress job, fake it. Yeah, fake it till you make it. But for me, it was a little bit difficult, because I'm not that kind of a person where jobs sometimes it's really hard. Because maybe for, like, let's say if it's food and beverages part, I'm not that good in that part, and I don't like it. And the situation and the circumstances there could force you to do anything and everything. So just they were just moving, and I was like, God, when will I get a job so that I can have a relaxed mind? So I tried to apply the school jobs, housekeeping jobs, and then also I did a small course when I was there, that is barista. It's all about making coffee, and I'll attach some videos of me making coffee, some of the coffee that I made when I was studying that class. But as the days went by, after applying for some few jobs, the first time I got a job in a school, in a kindergarten, and also I got another offer letter from the barista part. Now I was weighing these two. After I got those offer letters, I was weighing them. I was like, should I take the barista? Should I take the teaching one? Should I take the barista? Well, my mind told me, Che, do this, drop the barista, take the teaching job. I took the teaching job. I dropped the barista part. I dropped it. And then after this, where I got the job, the school job, the manager who was managing by then, she was from the US, and she was such a nice lady. But I didn't know the school is for, how do you call this? It's the owner of the school was from India. Little did I know that these people don't. Majority, not all of them, majority don't love black people. So when I got there, I got the offer letter, I signed, they asked for my document. I did everything that they wanted. Me, I started working. I thought I'll work in a class like an assistant teacher. What I was doing, they were like, you'll be assisting in class and also camp cleaner. That means I'll be in class, and after class I'll still be cleaning, and it wasn't that easy. So this lady, I don't know, it's like they hated me because after working for them for like 2 months, you can't work with a tourist visa, and I was just risking it because I needed a job. I was waiting for them. No, after 2 months, I was waiting for them to make we call it a permanent contract, of which it could be for 2 years. And then after I got that permanent contract, they could have given me like an ID for UAE that is called what do you call it? There's a certain name. What do they call it? I forgot it, but I'll attach the name. Now I was waiting for that. Little did I know they were not preparing for it. So what they did, they made t-shirts for the school, and they made it for everybody apart from me. That thing really killed me. It disappointed me. So when they came to school and dropped the t-shirts, now the Indian people, those Indian guys, the owner of the schools, they were like, they talked to it. Like before even they dropped, they were like, I think there was some disagreement with the manager that I met there before. So that lady dropped the job and she just quitted the job. And she was like, no, I can't do it anymore. Let me just go back to the US. Because I think she had worked in the UAE for like 7 to 8 years. So she dropped this job, and then they brought another lady just from the US. They really love people from the US as the managers, especially to be the main teachers in class, but the rest of the nationalities to be assisting. After she dropped, the second manager who came, they spoke with her, and what they said is like, it's like I don't have that energy of working. Yeah, I'm not showing that like a smiley face, and I'm like, how did this guy spoke to me and I refused to respond? No. Did I offend anyone? No. But they said they don't like me, and they had that Indian lady saying that for me, I love the Philippines because they're so hardworking. I was like, wow, all right, get your Philippines. And that is what I told myself. I didn't shout, but I told myself, like, all right, I've had it and I'm ready now. Now, when they, as I was saying, they made t-shirts. Those t-shirts, they were navy blue and they had the school logo and everything. They made for everyone who was in that campus, who was in that nursery, apart from me. So the lady, the manager, now the second manager called me and she was like, you know what, Paris? You won't get that card that I'm telling you to show that you have gotten the job permanent. Now that your contract is for 2 years. You won't get it because the Indian people don't like you. I was like, wow. Have they ever called me and tell me that we don't like you, we don't like what you're doing? No, they have never, but they have just told you. They could have called me because all of the school, they could have called me, tell me on my face, not sending you. And then the lady was like, no, they were in a hurry. That's why they did call you. I was like, fine, give me my money and I'm ready to go. I didn't even waste a second, or hey, I didn't wait because I was so pissed off. How can you waste my 2 months and then tell me when my visa is almost expiring that you're not making for me that permanent contract? I was like, no, just pay me right now and I'd be ready to go. And the lady was like, no, just work for the whole day, and then from tomorrow don't come, but we'll pay you the money that for the days that you have worked. I was like, no, I need to go right now. I'm not waiting for the day to end. I need to go right now because I'm just pissed off. You could have told me earlier that you don't like me instead of wasting my time. The lady was like, no, you can just chill, just wait for the day to end. I was like, no, we are not arguing, let me just take my bag and leave. And that's what I did. I left the job. And regrets because I dropped the barista job. I really regretted. And after that, after staying, I also met another lady in the UAE. She is a Kenyan, and what she does is just the breeding work. Yeah, kushika watu nywele, and that's how she earns her money. She's not employed by anyone, but she's doing it secretly because the UAE government doesn't like people who work without lessons. So she was working in her room, and in this room they were just sharing they were just 2 ladies, her and her friend, and that's how she was hustling, and it was paying so well. So I got to assist her. After that, that's how now I started hustling, like getting some tips because I could just get like 30 dirhams, 40 dirhams, 50 dirhams. I hustled, and then after that, after my visa was almost expiring, I did a visa change, of which I went to Oman it was like a flight of 45 minutes from Dubai to Oman, and then came back. That's how I did my visa change. But right now, what I'm getting is that you can do your visa change when you're still in the UAE. And after that, I did a visa change, and then I got another visa for like another 3 months. So I did I stayed for like 6-7 months there. Then now the second visa, I started hustling. What was difficult? No jobs, no nothing, completely nothing. Like I could just get, they call you, they like interview you and all that stuff, and then they tell you, they call you. You'll also get some side hustles, like doing like the housekeeping jobs, like someone from, you see, like the tourist people, and especially from the US, from South Africa. when maybe there's some people who have bought even rooms in the UAE in some hotels. So for you, just when they come from their country, when they come to UAE, they look for someone who's going to clean their rooms. So that's what I was doing, to earn a living. And then from there, when the things got tough, I said, I'm not going to stay in the UAE again. No, not me. Whatever I'd gathered with my hustle, that is what I'll pay my flight with to go back to Kenya. Yeah, and I remember in my purse I had like 32K, and that was the only money that I had. What I did, I booked my flights with my phone and everything, one-way traffic back to Kenya. And that's how I got back to Kenya. So I stayed in UAE, in Dubai, for February to August. Yeah, because I came back in August 2019, the same year. And it was tough. It was so tough because I started from scratch with nothing, with no money. I could not share it with my friends. And some other friends of mine thought that I had money. I've come with a lot of money from Dubai and all that stuff. It wasn't that easy. And when people tell you that there's no money in Dubai, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Maybe when you there's some people are living a good life there, especially, those who have stable jobs. They're living so good, but others, they're getting, yes, you're working, but the money is not enough. Whatever you're getting, even you cannot share even with your family in Kenya. You cannot share because it's so little. You have to pay your house, and I've told you, your house is your bed. That is, you're paying for that bed. It may be 500 dirhams, it can be 600 dirhams, 700 dirhams. Okay. Your transport, maybe the company has not given you accommodation. You need to pay for transport. It's so hectic. But there's some people are living life. And there's some people are living life. Yeah. They're staying in good rooms, like they're not sharing with anyone. They're driving. They're able to bring their families to UAE to have a visit in the UAE. So there's some people are living, so you cannot compare yourself and others. But for me, what I can say, it's a good experience. And I met so many people there, so many friends, and I'm so grateful because I learned a lot. And what I'm saying is, if you need to go, carry a laptop. Make sure you're having a laptop. And please don't allow anyone to lie to you, like, let me help you how to make a CV. Let me show you how you're supposed to make a CV. And especially ladies, musidanganywe. Let someone to tell you, let me help you to make a CV, the UAE CV. It doesn't have that big difference with the one that we have here in Kenya. The only difference is on the right part, on top there. The only difference is the small picture of yourself, the passport picture. It's only that you're supposed to insert on your CV, only that. But people will lie to you, Sujui, let me help you, come and share with me the room, staki ulipe do, Sujui nataka kusaidia. Ladies, when you're going there, go with one target. You're going to look for a job, not to look for men. Yes, and I've said what I've said. You can't get into my house. I've said what I've said. Don't let any man tell you if they're going to help you. No, they just want to use you, and when you're done, they chase you. They kick you out. They'll just kick you out of their house. So be careful. And that's my story of my first time in the UAE. And I thank you for watching.